Today is Monday, October 14th, 2024, and this is the Glenwood City Council meeting.
All right. Ellen, you want to come first?
Yes, sir. Jesus, thank you for goodness and kindness to us, Lord. Thanks for blessing our community. Help us do your will tonight. In Jesus' name, amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Roll call. Alan Moore. Here. Chris Fuller.
Here.
Jimmy Clark.
Here.
Johnny Cox. Here.
Minutes of September 16th. Any questions on the minutes?
Any minutes from September 16th?
Yes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Have a motion, have a second. Have a second. Roll call.
Alan Moore. Chris Fuller. Yes. Jimmy Clark.
Yes.
Johnny Cox. Yes.
All right, next thing is basically, I want y'all to vote on it. It's something that's already approved in the budget. But it's a $37,000 expenditure, so I don't like to take that. This is the insurance on all of the buildings. This would include it's every building we got, water, sewer, street. Y'all already approved it. I just need you to approve the, it's $37,097.34.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
We've already hammered this out.
A motion and second to accept the, property insurance today.
Alan Moore. Yes. Chris Fuller.
Yes.
Jimmy Clark.
Yes.
Johnny Cox. Yes.
And they're doing the audit right now for the, workers' comp. Brandon was supposed to send that in, and that will be coming up. Okay?
This should all like this, we should all the
All right. All right. Y'all had and we in a planning session, so we didn't have to spend so much time on this. We went over the financials, June, July, and August in the planning session. I need y'all to accept, approve the June financials.
That's the ones that we tabled. Because
We tabled last meeting, we had a planning session, I went over them, and we also got August. Oh,
Well, this is
these on?
24.
I may not turn these on yet.
Yeah, how'd you make sure that's the June's one on the table?
I got the, are those on?
Yeah.
All right, so June, y'all tabled June and July, so y'all need to accept June, July, and then we looked at June, July, and August in the planning session. So if y'all have any more questions, there's gonna be a little bit more than we discussed in the planning session on the, CDs, but.
I make a motion to approve June financials as presented.
Have a motion to accept June financials,
I'll second that.
roll call.
Alan Moore. Yes. Chris Fuller. Yes. Jimmy Clark.
Yes.
Johnny Cox. Yes.
July financials, y'all have looked at and studied them.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
So I need a motion to accept the July financials.
I'll make that motion.
I need a second.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Alan Moore. Yes. Chris Fuller.
Yes.
Jimmy Clark.
Yes.
Johnny Cox. Yes.
Okay, August. motion, we went over, y'all discussed doing a CD, and we're gonna bring up some more CD stuff to discuss. We'll get down there to that on the agenda. Let's see a motion to accept the financials. We went over those thoroughly in the planning session.
I'll make it motion.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call.
Alan Moore. Chris Paul.
Aye.
Jimmy Clark. Yes.
Okay, water and sewer customer notice, that's really just an approval of the paperwork that I got. We're changing the way we do, bank drafts at the bank, so it's much cleaner and much simpler on the water and sewer for people who want to pay by bank draft. And we just need to approve Jason and Simon, they're all here. If y'all wanna look at that, Jason can, it's just pretty basic.
Just allows us to initiate ACH for the customers.
And we got in going out going, so if we make a mistake, we can reverse it back.
I have a comment on the water bills. I got my new one, and I'm really impressed. I like it.
Those are $4.31 a
That's what I
copy, you
wanted.
won't be getting them again.
Oh.
They meant.
We
Okay.
paid for what we normally
I'm like,
pay for,
this
they
is-
sent it out like that.
Like, I was
Those are
impressed.
$4.31 a copy.
Trust me, I got mine, I was like, hey, this is nice, until I found out what it's gonna cost.
Yeah.
We won't be doing those, we didn't pay for those, we paid for our postcard, it's 89 cents or something. Those are
Come on, you can't find this in the budget,
$4.31.
Billy? You
Huh?
can't find this in the budget?
So is that outsourced? That's
Yes,
outsourced?
ACIS does our,
Those are really nice.
They are
ACIS,
nice.
it was cheaper for the city to let ACIS do it than the city do it themselves, because that's what, all the people that are on ACIS computer, they got a program set up there, that just spits the bills out. And they've been with ACIS for 6 years, and they do the bill, it's cheaper. I think we're giving, if you can get an employee to run them through a printer and stamp them and all of that stuff for about 10 cents a copy, we can't do that. Actually, we're gonna bring up a deal here in a minute to vote on, we gotta send a letter to all the customers, it's cheaper for them to send a letter out to all the city employees about the lead possibility in your water at your house from your drinking water, the cities have already been clear on all of it. It's cheaper to get ACIS to mail it than it is us to buy the envelope. Miranda's got the price in here, we'll go through it in a minute. All right, so, do a motion second on that? Need a motion and second to accept the, what do you call it, this?
ACH initiated.
ACH initiation.
I'll make that one.
Second.
Roll call.
Alan. Chris.
Yes.
Jimmy.
Yes.
Johnny. Yes. Oh, we got one there.
All right, the next thing is something that the city was never shown, all the years I've been on the council. The new company that's doing the bonds for the city, this is their payment. Nothing we can do about it, they draft that money, they were getting, you was paying that before, that's all this administrative fee, that's your, statement. And that, they were getting that before, that's just, I just give you a copy of it. There's nothing in, they're not any more expensive than the other bank that was doing it. This would be a Farmers Bank subsidiary that's doing this now, I think they were doing it. Yeah,
Community First Trust.
yeah. Community First Trust, it's Farmers is the bank that is doing all of our bond issues right now. Okay?
Can you tell us what that amount is?
$27,297.15. That's for the bond work for the 2023. This is not a monthly bill, this is they just sent your bill, now that the bonds are all coming through, the money's there, that's your bill, that's not that's not a monthly bill, that's just your bill. I think you get that once a year. That's a once a year bill. And they do all the payment on all your debt service. Well, I say that, they send it to the city sends it back to them, but they gotta keep
We
it on.
couldn't do it without them.
Nope, you can't do it, you weren't doing it without them, and you're not gonna do it without
No.
We don't need to vote on that, Riley, that's nothing to vote on, that's just information. Okay? Next thing, we talked about the planning session was moving $400,000 to CD and sanitation. We have more money in that, not more money we need, but there's money in that account we're not spending right now that we need to start making interest on. Jason got some rates. Jason?
Quote on $400,000 CD at, from Southern Diamond and First State. I've got 6 months, 12 months, and a money market quote from each one. 6 months at Southern is $386, that's APY, not APR, it's APR, a little less than that. 12 months, $351, money market's Diamond's $461 for 6 months, $436 for 12, and $357 on the money market. First State is, 430, 4 1/4, and they didn't quote money market. So,
That is passed, it's not got done yet, it's gotta be redone. Because those CDs haven't moved yet, he's gonna get taken care of. He'll take care of all those. Yeah, that was 2 months ago, and that money is sitting there, and we haven't got it moved, but Jason's gonna take care of everything all at once. Not all at once, there's gonna be several CDs we go through that.
Jason, do you see, the rates going up or down, staying steady? Going down?
double or down.
So a CD would be better than a money market.
We need to lock this thing in for the longest time we can at the best rate, I think.
I would think we need to put some, as we've talked about a little bit, some in the money market just for access. But
The
yeah.
sanitation account, we could do the long-term CD.
What was that, John? 46?
That's
The
only
money-
6
we
months.
need to do the revenue account. The water
12 months,
revenue account.
436.
Who's the highest on 12 months?
It'd be Diamond.
Diamond's highest across the board.
4 1/4.
Diamond was 4 1/4.
Four-
I think we're not-
436.
351. 12 months. Diamond is, these are APYs, not APR, so APR is a little less. 461 for 6 months of Diamond, 436 for 12 months of Diamond. These are all Diamond. 357 for money market. Southern is lower than that on everything, 386, 351, and 3, 612 in money market. And First State did not quote money market, they quoted 430 and 4 1/4. So,
On 12
Diamond,
months, First State is what? 4 1/4.
12 months,
Okay.
all worth it.
Make sure, okay.
All right.
So it's
We'll
treasurer.
have to wait and draw a picture.
All right, so the motion we need to do first is to transfer in sanitation, it'd be a sanitation CD for $400,000. And y'all could do that for a year. On that one.
Is that the treasurer's recommendation?
Yes. Huh? Which?
What was the question?
Well, I'm like Jason, I mean, but you wouldn't have to put the money market, because more than likely, if you needed the money,
We're not-
you could ask to waive that 1% penalty fee.
Well, in sanitation right now, let's go look so everybody understands, we're not breaking the sanitation account. Let me get back here so everybody understands, since everybody's asking.
Yeah. Always right. I have no rules.
Well, what- Hey, what is that one for right now?
Which one?
How much money was that for? 400? That's 400.
So if we wanna move other money, I have to get other quotes.
Correct.
You know, they quote a specific figure.
Oh, yeah.
I'll make a motion we do.
Based on their needs for
12
money.
months.
What's your
12 months
suggestion?
Diamond.
Yeah.
My suggestion is, and we've talked about a few of these accounts, revenue account, I say we move 400 into the 12-month CD and probably 200, 250 into the money market, just so you got access and you're picking up You're gonna increase your income by $32,000, give or take, by doing that per year. The deposit account, that's the one that's got $550 in it, right?
In sanitation, there's $698 in you've got, that's showing certificate. I think Brenda's messed up on this.
I do too.
Because you're $698 in the, CD and the, money market, no, you got the money market account, that's where your lower interest is, it's $698, that's why we're saying 400,000. And you got 234,000 CDs already. You got, 932,000 in the account. Total, that's counting your CDs.
So we could easily do,
The 400's what y'all agreed to move, now you just need to agree on how you wanna do it.
yeah,
We don't really need another.
I got a motion hanging out there on the floor.
What is the motion?
The motion is Diamond Bank, 12 months, at the rate of whatever.
4.36, I completely agree with it.
Cause interest is going down.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second to move 400,000 on 12-month CD out of sanitation.
I have a question, and it's probably really obvious, but I don't know. When we take that money out, or if we have a need to take that out, does it have to be sanitation? It has
Yes,
to be
ma'am.
used for that?
These are specifically
Okay.
designated money accounts. We're gonna go into some real more detail on some other ones here in a minute.
Okay.
That they gotta be put in just the way they are, cause that money's gotta stay just the way they are for the audit.
Okay.
But we can draw interest on them instead of just letting them set the check account.
Oh, yeah.
We've already done $2.9 million of city money in CDs since I've been here. We're just trying to clean up the rest of it. Okay, so we have a motion second. Do we vote on, roll call?
Alan Moore,
Yes.
Chris Fuller.
Yes.
Jimmy.
Yes.
John.
Okay, the next account that we wanna look at in our, right now you got more cash coming in the revenue account in water and sewer because you don't have two note payments. You've only got the smaller note payments. When we did bond issues, we don't have all the note payments. Your average from, for instance, in that account, from November of 2023, $1,000,004, December $1,002,000, January $1,001,000. I'm rounding these off. February you had $1,001,000 balance. March you had $956,000. April you had $1,002,000. May $1,001,000. June $1,004,000. July $1,002,000. August $1,003,000. That's sitting in an account that's drawing 0.10% interest. Now this is the one Jason wants to talk about doing it 3 ways.
I would say we buy a 6 to 12 inch money market there, just to spread it out. If we do need a big chunk of money,
Where's-
about $600,000, then you pay the penalty on the 6 month, get it out, get the rest out of the money market, we still got 12 months, earn more interest. Worst case scenario is you, like you said, the averages, I mean, it's averaging a little over $1 million the last 12
And
months.
you're only moving,
750,000, so
$750,000.
you're leaving 250 in that account.
but
Give or
250,
take.
250 being money market, you can go get today if you need it.
Yeah.
No penalty.
Right,
So we're only gonna leave 250,000 there?
in the regular check.
But you're going to,
You got income coming into it.
Well, I know,
And you got money market.
I understand,
money market you can go get.
but we're still, how much more of TJ Jenkins stuff have we got to approve? That's been hitting us pretty hard every time.
Good question.
Here's 32 right here. Here's 20,000 right there.
Okay, let me run you through that right quick so you know what that
Man,
is.
just, here's another 4.
Okay. The river pump, y'all wanna go through that, we'll run through it real quick.
I mean, I hate to push
You
ahead.
gotta get quotes on it anyway, don't you?
I've gotta get new quotes on
Yeah.
this, because they're not gonna honor the same quote.
No.
I mean, they're specific.
Billy, can I ask you a question? Would it be out of line for, the guy used to run a bank, so he obviously knows what he's doing. Would it be out of line to appoint him to do that still he could on this,
No.
on that thing?
I think y'all could set up what you wanna go
The
into.
reason I say that, if we stall it, we're gonna lose any interest you would earn for another month.
Yeah,
I
but
think what
he
y'all
still
need to
gotta
do
go
is-
get quotes.
I think what you need to do is give the amounts that y'all wanna move the CDs to.
What now?
The interest.
The amounts you wanna move the CDs
What
for.
now?
I wouldn't put responsibility on Jason's part.
The amount you're gonna move the CDs for,
I wasn't giving him a blank sheet, I was saying, could he not go and find out what our best way to handle our money? Contact the mayor
Well, I think
call
that's
us.
what he just done.
okay, guys, let me say, can I say something?
Yeah.
Let's vote on the amount of, you wanna move in the CDs and give him the authority to do the best interest rate and move on. He's gonna go shop it and whatever the best, y'all tell him how much you wanna move and let him go tell the banks, the city voted to move this much money, what are you gonna give me for CDs? He's recorder treasurer, he can, I mean, if he gets the best amount, let him go do it. There's not a problem with that, I don't think, as long as y'all tell him how
I'm
much you
just
wanna
trying,
move.
just don't wanna leave
We're not against that.
$250,000 in there.
We're not
We
against
got,
that.
already got $60,000 worth of bills to pay right now.
Those are paid.
You've got, if we leave 250 in the checking account, we'll still have, I'm gonna suggest you move 250 to the money market, so you still got $500,000.
Okay, well, then
Immediate-
that's.
Immediate access.
That's fine, I don't mind doing that.
You get tomorrow, today, whatever.
In our money market account, we have a money market account set up right now, and y'all may wanna look at, if you're gonna move 250, move the 250 in with the 121, but get the interest rate adjusted, because we're drawing 1.76% on a money market, no, hang on, that's a meter account, excuse me, I'm wrong.
You can't touch that.
No, you can't do
You
that.
can't touch
You
that.
can't touch that.
Forget what I said there. Your money market would be a new account you set up.
Yeah, okay,
I would suggest you move 250,
I-
250 and 250.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
I say, yeah, so go get all the info and then we'll.
We can vote on it, and then he's gonna get the rates, and he can go and buy the CDs for the next council meeting.
If the rates are dramatically different than what's on here,
Yes.
we'll come back.
Yeah, I understand.
Gary, highest is 12 months.
Highest at 12 months.
What I'm at.
That's,
Where y'all at.
Well, and what he suggested on this, on
In the money.
this is your operating revenue, he's suggesting 250 on 12 month, 250 on 6 month, and 250 in a money market.
So you still got $500,000 immediate.
I got you, okay, Smart.
If
I'll
you're
make,
leaving today.
I agree with you there. Okay.
Right now, we're making 0.10% interest
I
on
think
that money.
just in case we do get the bond, we're just not as much.
What's 1% can get you back?
The money, it's a money, cash and bank revenue.
I'll make that motion.
Yeah, it is, it's on, well, it's not on, these are not monies that are in CDs right now.
Yeah.
We're talking, those CDs are there. We're talking about money that's in general operating accounts that are not drawing any interest. is
You
what
got a
we're doing.
motion and second on the floor, Mr. Mayor?
Roll call.
Alan,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Jimmy,
Yes, sir.
Johnny.
And Jason, can you tell us what the motion was?
Motion was to move $250,000 each into a 6, a 12, and a money market.
Thank you.
That would be-
Are you limited to just the nights in Glenwood, or can you go to Hot Springs?
We're gonna keep it here.
Keep it local.
Keep it local.
Jason, you mentioned, did farmers not bid?
They did not get back with me on that.
Cause I knew you mentioned 3, and I was.
And I will take these to them and try to.
I was
get
just
it
surprised they
done.
didn't.
Sometimes, you know how it is.
I know.
There's been lots of times I turned down bidding on stuff. 'cause
Yeah.
We didn't get the money.
Especially with nothing more than not getting on
And
All right.
it's being buried.
there.
All right, the next account we wanna look at, we've got a meter account. And on meter account, you've got $121,221.45 in it, it's drawing 1.76 in a money market account. You need to leave, she's writing the checks out of that for people that come in and close their account, but then you put money back in that every month for people that open an account. I personally think you could move $100,000 into a 12-month, because that's money, we got to have that money on, if everybody left Glenwood, we gotta have that money to pay everybody's deposit back. But I don't think everybody's gonna leave Glenwood. If you did, pay the penalty and go on, I guess, but
You
I
don't
mean.
run them for another term, I think they'll offset.
But there's $121,000 in that account drawing 1.76% in a money market account right now. What are y'all's wishes? 110,000 won't hurt you, that would leave you $11,000 for leave.
What was 130 what?
121,221.45, August 31st. $110,000, that leave you $11,000 in that account just for, is money market gonna be limited, how much is in it? Is $11,000 gonna be enough in it?
It'll lower the rate, because I'm sure it's a tiered rate. I checked, I don't know how that's set
Lower
up.
too.
Most money markets are tiered.
Ain't hurt much,
Okay. What is y'all's wishes on that account?
I'm with you on $100,000, let's put it in something, put it in the best deal. we
Yeah, but
have
if it's
and pay.
tiered, I don't want that joker to go down to .4, .5.
Well,
But
if you take $100,000 and put it,
and move it to, just say 4%, you're
Okay,
gonna
you're
offset.
offset.
Even if it lowers to a quarter, you're still making more money.
Yeah,
all right,
I'll make that motion,
make a motion, move you go $100,000,
$100,000, ain't that what you recommend?
you go 110, you got $121,000 in there,
100.
100,000. Motion, second,
I'll second.
roll call.
Alan,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Jimmy,
Yes.
Donnie.
Yes.
Okay, the next account that we need to look at, we've got, $548,172, and that's the depreciation account that we can't touch. That's Natural Resources got that money, they've gotta give their blessings to move it out. We can move it anywhere we want to for CDs. But you gotta go through the engineering, and the engineer's gotta get them to approve it, and you're putting that's a money market account today, it's drawing 2.02%
It's a
interest.
reserve account, basically.
And we can't, the only way we can ever get that money out is, and we'll get it and spend it one day when you have a major upgrade that you gotta do at the water sewer plant, mains or something like that. But that's your 5% a month, so every month in that account, you're putting 5% revenue, 5% of your revenue has to go into that account every month. But it's setting, and it is drawing 2% interest. But you got 500, and that money you won't draw out, it would take you a year to 2 years if you started trying to move that money today, because it's gotta have it's gotta go through the health department for approval, and Natural Resources gotta stamp off, you take it and spend it for that.
Why don't you cash it out, put it in the new CD?
We can do that. We just
Not
can't,
making money.
we can't spend money.
I understand that.
We can move the CD without their
But I was gonna
approval.
mention, I said, give Jason a raise, cause a good banker would just cash that out and go buy him a 4.3-something%.
It's in a money market account, you don't have to cash
Yeah.
it. We'll have to keep that account open, because we put money in it every month.
I know, and I understand.
But in that account, you can move it, you can write a check out for it tomorrow, right? Money market account.
You'll leave it to the-
How much do you think? You're not gonna spend that money. And it'll take from 1 to 2 years to be able to spend that money if you had a project in mind to use it on that day.
I'd say 12 months CD happening.
Absolutely.
Okay?
That's what I say. But I don't vote.
He needs a raise over there.
Do I have a motion to move $500,000 into a CD, 12-month CD? At the best interest rate Jason's gonna find.
Yeah, we're just gonna give it Freddie. Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion second. Roll call.
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Jimmy?
Yes.
Donnie?
Yes.
Let's go. We voted on CDs last month that have not got transferred yet, and we need to get those, we didn't put it in the minutes. So you got a 27 and a 37.
They're both 34. 34,465 and 34,465 is the change, so.
Y'all voted to put those together, but that interest rate you're saying has already changed.
It's in 37, it'll be 37.
What's this 2703,467?
That is the one that's still waiting to be done, and it will be done at 4/30.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
These, talked about these two, combining these two. They
Last month.
matured back in
That's right.
August.
But we didn't put it in the minutes. So y'all gotta vote to put it in the minutes. You're
Are
gonna
these,
combine.
are these the rates we're going by on these sheets right here? Or is that
We'll
what
go with the new rate.
It'll be the new rate,
Okay.
it will not be those.
You're actually voting to put it in the minutes, you're not voting to change.
The CDs, they talked about it last meeting to combine the two CDs and buy one, but we didn't get it in the minutes, so we gotta put it in the minutes before we can do it.
That's what I'm saying, you're voting to put it in the minutes,
We're gonna vote to combine two CDs into one,
just do it.
and go with, that's gonna be $74,000 roughly.
Right, I said,
They're both water accounts, so you can combine those, unless y'all wanna keep them at 30, y'all talked about doing it together, and someone didn't vote on it last
Just
month.
get them together.
Yeah, we already said it, let's go, yeah.
I need a motion to do
Now, you got it right here.
that, okay?
I'll second.
Roll call?
Alan,
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.
Jimmy.
Yes.
Johnny.
Okay. All right, the ACH account, somewhere I got off on that up there on that other, that's already done, still already voted on that. The next thing is in the planning session, we discussed, what to do on the fire department, he wanted this equipment, he wanted SCBA's. And I think from the discussion in the planning session, you all agreed.
Well, before we get too far into that, so apparently you got about 11 to 12 members that are actually certified, and the other 13 or so are not, okay? I don't mind getting turnouts for people, because they need their equipment, okay? But are we just gonna give him opportunity to buy brand new turnouts for people that aren't even certified yet, that don't have their classes or anything else?
That's why
We need to make sure these guys, before we give them turnouts, actually certified to actually go out and fight.
That's why I asked the last meeting, I would like a list of all the
I
guys.
had it,
who's
and then I was
certified.
running late, and I thought I could pick up my work email, but I can't, I gotta be at the store to do it myself, because I gotta be on the network.
Chris, did you say there were 12?
There's around 12, I don't know the exact number, because I don't have the paper in front of me, I didn't get a chance to print it off today, I was too busy.
Okay. Table it.
Then your SCBA's, you actually have 2 of them right now that are out. They're out.
Can we get them to get us a list too? They keep that on file, they have to keep on file what equipment is due and what's not, right? So we can see it, inventory.
And like I said, I had it
You have it?
given to me, not by Rick. So, I gotta give it to me by the secretary.
Yeah, I don't wanna purchase, go out and buy all this stuff if people are not certified.
I want to get safety equipment,
But not until you're
but I wanna make sure everybody's certified to use it.
yeah.
See what I mean?
I make a motion to table it till we.
We got plenty of people certified, and everybody's got turnouts, just not fitting. Some of them too big or whatever.
A motion?
You got enough turnouts now.
There's only literally just a few people that don't. And that's it. Everybody else has got turnouts. It's just, some of them need to be up. And he needs the equipment, don't get me wrong, and I really wanna put it off another month, but I want actual
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I was telling you, I
right in
wanted
front
to see a list of who's certified.
of my face. I agree with that.
We have a motion to table this?
I'll make that motion.
I already did it, yeah.
I'll
Second.
second it.
Alan's not here, Chris.
Yes.
Jimmy.
Yes.
Johnny.
Okay. The generator that y'all talking about for over there is not in the budget. I talked with Greg today, and this is the generator, the smaller one that is not available. It had some North Korean or China parts that's made to slave labor, and whatever brand engine in it is not important, the parts to make that engine anymore. So $32,559, Johnny, you can look at that, you know more about generators. That was the quote he'd already give us, that's one of the quotes he'd already give us. But he said that's the one y'all need to go with, and we still gotta get the gas line to it. It's $32,000. I'm gonna bring my forklift up here, he took $2,000 off for the crane. I can unload that in my forklift, I'll bring the forklift up here, unload it, and place it for him. We say that 2,500 or whatever it was on that bid. that was 35,000, it's now 32.
No, we went ahead and decided to set it over there on the,
By the deal, we gotta get gas line, we gotta get a gas line.
we just gotta get a gas line too, okay, that's what I thought, and that would have been, that's the cheaper route, so.
Yeah.
Is that generator for the building across the street?
Extra expense over there.
Can't
for the
sell it?
buildings.
I'll be able to guys, it's here.
More money.
So this, is this including the wiring for the switch box?
That will wire the switch, but we're gonna set the generator by where the energy comes in, that's all hooking all that up, the disconnects and all that. That does not include the gas line.
Was there a written request for that from someone?
A written request.
Well, you know, if you're gonna spend $32,000 for a generator over there, that's a question.
Yeah, they
Who
questioned-
proposed it, I guess is what I'm asking.
The council has to have it done. I don't know what your
We
question is.
talked about doing it for a long, about as long as I can remember, and we would think we'd have something that could save us a little money or this or that or the other, but at the end of the day, we wasted a bunch of time, we should've just done it, and been done with it a long time ago.
Northside is the one that does all your service on all your generators right now. They're the ones that sells all the generators in this area, commercial generators. They service a lot of generators that they didn't sell. Johnny, you said that you price generators,
We
you
bought
know.
12 last year, same generator, we paid $10,000, $12,000.
You know, Diamond Bank used them for everything.
They're good company.
Comes in good deal.
So if y'all wanna do this, this will have to be amended in the budget at the end of the year, it's not in the budget. You'll have the money, it's a water account. Just need to know if you're gonna do it or not gonna do it.
I'm in favor of doing it, 100%.
That office is in the dark, electricity goes out. The only bad thing about that is over there, we gotta put a natural gas meter in over there, natural gas is stepped up. Everything in that building's all electric. So we're gonna pay a gas bill every month, regardless.
But they don't have hard numbers on the gas bills, I mean, I got one location.
It's not, gas shouldn't be that bad.
Yeah,
It's supposed to go up 23%, is that what I heard on the news?
Gas, I'm sure.
Natural gas.
3%.
They asked for an increase with public service commission, it'll probably be an average of 23%.
I hate that.
Alan, you made a motion?
I will make it a motion.
Have a
You
second?
motion?
I'll second.
Roll call.
Public Service Commission.
Alan,
Aye.
Chris,
No,
Jimmy,
No.
John. Two those, yes.
What was the vote on that?
Which way you gonna go, Billy?
2-2?
I wish I wouldn't throw that back on me, because y'all know how I feel about that building, period. But if you're gonna be in that building, you need a generator.
Done vote, let's go.
Which two voted no? Good.
If there's some sort of catastrophic event that you needed power, couldn't they just kind of walk over here? Does this building have a
No, the
generator?
computers are
there's
all
nothing here to.
over there, the only thing that's in this building now is the police.
Well, I thought
Everything's
y'all
over
had
there.
all that in the cloud, you could do that anywhere.
Can we take the generator from here over there?
Then you can run the police department
Yeah,
over here.
the police department, yeah.
Can I ask just
Oh,
one
so
question?
we're not in the
You
cloud?
know, at the bank, because we had the whole computer system at the operations center, and we had these pretty big, they're about 5,000 each.
There's a lot
Backed
smaller
up
ones.
power packs that run the computer whether it wants up, down or not.
You do that, but you don't have any lights or heat or anything.
You can't,
Yeah, I agree, but
Good, I'm fine with the smaller one.
you can't run with a small one, said it's not optional.
Well, you said we could run one unit at the last meeting.
That unit's not available anymore.
Yep.
I'm saying, at the last meeting, you saying we could run.
He had a quote on a smaller generator, it's not available.
I got you.
That was a Chinese made with slave labor, and Cummins is not bringing that engine in, so that eliminated that generator.
Break the tie, which way you wanna go.
Can't you table it for further study, and look at other units?
We've been on this, we've been on this for years.
Or we should
Yes.
let the
Let's go.
There you
Mayor
go.
votes yes.
All right.
Carries 3 to 2.
City streetlights, we discussed, in the planning session. Glenwood right now has 136 streetlights that are costing you $290 a month plus electricity. We have 8 of another style,
How many, okay, tell that number for me.
136.
It's right here. Where's it from?
I have a sheet there for you somewhere, right there, it's right there. You got 136, 1 plan, 8 of 1, 13 of 1, 40 of 1, 28 of 1, and 1. Those are going, and you can either take streetlights down or pay $619 a month per plus the electric usage. That's on that.
Is that
bill.
all the way across the board though, even the 400 watt one would be 619?
No, 400 watts gonna go to,
957.
right there, did I not give you all that sheet too?
You might have, okay, I got you.
Okay, let me.
All of
ask
them, man, that air conditioning's working great. I don't know about y'all, 68 degrees, I don't just sit there, but I don't need that.
you- Billy, let me ask you a question. Okay, I'm assuming this is gonna be LED stuff and all that, right?
Correct.
So is your energy gonna come down enough to offset the 619?
No,
How far apart would it be?
well, you're paying $336 a month right now for the electricity on all of them. I don't know how that's gonna break down, but it won't break down that much.
Billy, is this the white street lights that we're talking about?
Streetlights.
Not the overhead lights?
No, those are the ones that are on Broadway, the city just went through and we redid all those. Don't, they're a lot brighter than they were. We put 300
These are all
watts.
the big poles that hang over a street. Anywhere you see it hanging over a street with
So
tags
these
on it, they're all-
136 100 watt lights right here.
Yeah, there you go.
136 100 watt lights, now instead of it costing you $394, you're gonna go to $788.80.
That's correct on that one line. Then you
Well,
gotta
that's just the
multiply
one
that.
line.
You gotta multiply that on, you got the 40 that's the, well, no, those 100 watts, excuse me, the 100 watts are 580.
Yeah, it's 580.
And the 150 watts are 619, you got 150, you got 40, 150 watts. What's $230.80 divided by 40? I haven't divided that out, that's
They're gonna go to 150. Will we have a shoebox at Kroger?
the cheaper one.
Oh, then it's gonna be
230.80 divided by 40.
696. Your 28s are gonna go to.
577, and so you're gonna go from 577, 175, where is 175?
It's not
150.
a-
They didn't have a, it's gonna go, I guess you have to put 150 watt in, or you could go to the 250 watt, 768 or 696 on the 100,
Yeah.
150 watt, for those 175s, they're not gonna, well, no, that's 150, excuse me.
They'll probably-
150 is gonna be 696 against 597. And your option is take streetlights down.
Now,
They are not gonna bub,
And they're also gonna maintain.
well, that's what they're
They're
doing.
coming down and doing audit and all that.
How long is this contract?
This is a monthly bill we get every month from them, and this is what they're saying is gonna be the new price.
Until they get a new
Until
contract.
they get
Saying,
out.
are we signing anything that says we must keep them a total of 72 months or some crazy deal like that?
No, this is just, all they're gonna do is come in and as the lights go out, they're gonna upgrade to the new light. Or, they're not gonna, if you got a street light out right now, the reason we can't get any street lights fixed is they're not gonna bubble.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah, so they're getting rid of them.
They're rid of them, There's not gonna be any more bulbs to rebulb the metal halide or the mercury vapor bulbs. There will not rebulb those lights.
Fix
So it's real simple, you can either pay for LED or take the street light down. Y'all just need to tell me what you wanna do.
Take them down. Live near the street. You talking about the cute little white towers?
No, those are ours.
No, the big holes with the streetlights.
Oh, we need those.
Yeah.
We don't need the little white towers, though.
Those aren't white tires, we're talking about the green ones on Broadway? Is that what you're talking about? Those are our lights, we pay that electric bill separate. that we maintain those lights, the city maintains those lights. We just went through them and reworked them all, I hope you don't tell me to take them down, they'll just fix them. Those are all fixed.
But lights down like, you know, where the regular people live on First Street or Second Street.
That's the lights we're
Sixth
talking
Street
about,
or
that's what we're talking
Seventh Street, that's not like Broadway,
That's not Broadway.
that's what I'm saying.
Now, there's some on
Orange
Broadway,
people-
they're still on the street intersections, they're still,
I get that.
Broadway's probably still got 5 streetlights on.
Sixth Street in Mississippi and down
Yeah,
there.
every street that's in the city limits has got a street light on it. That's what we're talking about. You got 136, 8, 13, 40, and 28. And one 400 watt somewhere, I don't know where it's at. And the electric bill is on top of that, which electric bill will go down some because you're going to LED. It's not gonna offset the up cost. I don't know what your electric bill is gonna go down, I don't know how to figure that.
We're definitely going to have a cheaper electric bill, so that's gonna have to be considered in the equation somewhere.
Yeah, just your lights by themselves, not the rated, what kilowatts that you're using or whatever. You're gonna be close to $1,500.
To get the new ones.
That's just to pay for the lights. That has nothing to do with what you're gonna be using. You know what I mean? Figured in.
I'm thinking the 619, or 696, whatever they're charging us, is they have already done the
What are we paying right
calculations in
now?
their head,
Total $1,626.30.
and they're trying to offset their loss of energy, ability to build for that, so.
Well, this is their one-time shot at upgrade, getting a charge for the fixtures. Cause the 290 was them putting they put the fixtures in and maintained the fixtures all these
Does
years.
this include the ones that are sitting in the park right now? I think we discussed that. On
The
plan.
city park is in this and we need, y'all gotta have to tell me where you wanna
Myself
take those out.
personally,
There's about 15 over there in
I
the city
think
park.
we can take those out and tie them back into the park, maybe. Can we not?
Yes. I would suggest you do that, I can get them, we'll get those taken
But
off of that.
it's $6 a month, and 15 and 90, it's gonna cost, how much would it cost to tie them back into the park?
I don't know that. That's the thing. All,
I mean, you're looking at $1,000 a year.
I know. I don't know what that,
And if, hey, if there's no monthly commitment.
Billy, during the planning session, didn't you mention something about them auditing to see how many we exactly have?
Well, this is gonna be very close, this is what they're saying we have, but yes, they will do, we gotta tell them what they wanna do, and if we're gonna do something with lights, they'll come down and do a full audit. I would suppose that through the years, this is still correct.
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't been out and counted how many street lights we got on. The lights that are turned out in the street, like if there's a light on a pole that's turned back in a yard, that's not a city street light.
That's right.
Hey, lock the door.
it says right here 924.49. Okay, so yeah, you're right there at it, so.
I personally think that the streetlights cut down on crime,
It does.
all kinds of.
Oh, yeah, we're,
things
yeah,
like
we're gonna
that.
keep the
Yeah, we
streetlights.
gotta keep them.
But the decision needs to be made to keep the 15 in the park or tie them back into the park bigger that's already there. But what's the cost that would cost to put that back in there? I mean, I know you're gonna say.
The problem
money
we
on time,
got with the city park street lights, I just found this out last week or week before last. Y'all put ditches in up there on a grant 3 years ago, 4 years ago. They cut the power lines, they cut the conduit between the lines, do those lights haven't worked now, we've been,
Of course they do.
I gotta put all that back together. The street lights aren't working anyway in there, there's lights, conduits are cut in. I didn't know that till I went up there and mowed the other night, mowed, and I go through, what's them conduits? I said, them street lights, well, then I know. Not even any wire left in the conduit, that I
Are we
don't
talking
know how
about the
far
city
back
park?
it is.
Are you talking about the city park?
Yes.
Family.
Well, I'm gonna say, my suggestion is on this part, right here for the city lights. We need to get them to come down and do an audit and get it, just go to LED.
Okay.
No, I mean,
Now, the city park, y'all wanna take that out and put that on,
Not the family park by you, not.
I would like,
I
to
Hey, the floor's not
see,
open.
I would like to see what that
Sharon,
cost is gonna
Floor's not
be
open right now.
I apologize.
the city park,
to tie them back in
It
and,
used to be known as the city pond.
yeah. Y'all, Well, if you're gonna do the audit, I'll get him to do the audit and get a price on it.
Yeah, go ahead and get the audit done.
I mean, I think we're gonna have to go to it, I think, just so we know exactly how many we have. And
There's about
that number
15
may be
lights
off.
over there.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
We work.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta go that direction.
Yeah,
Just
then
get it
let's come revisit go ahead and get the audit done, and then come revisit the 15 lines and see what it
Yeah,
costs.
because they may come in with 50 more lines.
If we do an audit, I think, if I understood it right, we can do that either way. We can change them slowly as they go out and they come down and fix them, and your monthly bill would change every month. Or
Yeah.
that, if you do an audit, they'll come in and say, okay, you ready to do it? They wanna do an audit and clean it up and be done with it. And that makes more sense, because if you got, they're hiring an outside contractor, puts these lights in for them. They really don't want him coming down here and putting in 3 lights this week, 3 lights next week, and then trying to get the billing straightened out. They wanna come in and audit you and say, how many lights you gonna have, say, this is gonna be a new bill. We'll come in and get him to start changing lights out
Be done.
and be done with
I
it.
would definitely be in favor of doing it all, doing it well, and doing it one time for sure, rather than piecemealing it together, because we would be more subject to our rates changing, or,
It's not gonna get any cheaper.
Yeah.
I think the citizens of Glenwood will see immediate changes.
yeah.
LED lights are a lot brighter than those old metal halides were. If you put the same wattage in, they're gonna be a lot brighter, it's gonna look a lot brighter.
Since you fixed the one on Broadway, it's pretty darn bright. I'm gonna fix it, give me some blackout.
I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to turn it to your.
I can see it from
Kinda hard,
mine.
it's hard to sleep at night, I'm telling you.
If you wanna,
It's not all
Broadway,
right, buddy.
Broadway, those lights
I think
are
it was
300. Those lights are 300 watt, but you can actually see downtown. That was embarrassing to
you
come
can see
downtown.
I can see it from my house.
Y'all did good, I'll tell you.
Fred called me from Avenue, they can see it.
All right, I'll make the motion to go ahead and get them to go ahead and do the audit.
I
Let's
second.
get that going.
Okay?
But I still want to
Then
go
we'll
back
have
and
a, well,
visit that later.
Roll call.
Very good second.
Roll call.
I did.
Yeah.
Alan,
Yes, sir.
Chris,
Yes.
Jimmy,
yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Okay. In planning session, we discussed, the playground equipment. And in the first of the year, we talked about, and we already have the money in the bank, by the way. I didn't know they sent grant money to you before you spent it, but we have the $99,430 we have in the bank. And the $1,000 donation from the Optimus Club is in the bank. So you got $100,430 in the bank right
How much again?
now. $100,430. That's in the bank in grants, and Optimus Club gives $1,000. Okay, y'all had agreed to, we looked at the playgrounds, and $120,000 was what we agreed to do. Well, your grant writer is gonna get $8,150. And A.L. Frank's gonna get $9,780 on top of that.
Give that again, the grant writer will get what? 80,000,
$8,150.
and the engineer?
$9,780. So you're gonna be out about, so gonna be 140. Not hardly 140, you were 3,000 short of, or 2,000 short of 140, 138. Unless you cut something out. Anything cut, well, we cut out on this $120,000, and that fee, the engineer and fee and all was figured on. We cut out about, that, those numbers are gonna come down a little bit because we're gonna haul the gravel in for it ourselves.
Yes.
We cut about, and we cut out the cymbal set, we cut out about $5,000 out of that, so that's 5,000 down. And whatever their percentages is, will go down by that much, so you're probably gonna be, of those two numbers, you're probably gonna be out $500, $600 on those two numbers.
How come they ain't done it?
Yeah, we like Groundhog Day, we just done all this last week.
You discussed it in the planning session, you gotta vote on it
No,
tonight.
no, I understand that.
Let me explain to everybody in the audience what we're doing, so y'all need to tell me what to do. Vote on it. The planning session, y'all pretty much discussed to go ahead with the project like it was set to do.
Yep.
So can I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call?
Alan,
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Jimmy?
Yes.
Johnny?
That will be over budget there, and let's amend that at the end of the year. That's the money you were able to split up from the street account that was, the percentage was going into parks, and you're gonna be way over the parks this year already. Anyway,
Do you have a basic idea of bills coming?
how much are we over?
Yes, sir.
Parks?
Yes,
And we
sir.
got a guy grabbing us every minute about not having his pickleball nets done. We're probably, with everything we've had to redo at the parks this year, got to put roofs on the bathrooms, roofs are gone. Everything we've done up there will be 40,000 over in parks by the end of the year.
Jason made that up in interest, income.
Well, if I could take some of that money from some of those accounts and put it there, it'd be good. But I can't.
With that being said, we're still gonna do exactly what we said we were gonna do by the end of the year.
I'm just saying.
Because there was a lot of confusion on Facebook.
We're
The
gonna
boards
give
are
the
still
parks-
gonna be cleaned and they're still gonna be painted. Now, with that being said, somebody, like we told Joe months ago, if you want nets up there, go find your money for nets, find the nets, get them put up there. We just don't have it this year, I'm sorry.
The city is in a hard position up there.
We had to do a lot of work because of the vandalism and then just the dilapidated equipment that we had sitting up there, and we just did the best we can do with what we had.
The
We need some
vacancy
brighter
being-
lights.
The vacancy is,
Bright lights might help vandalism.
We gotta get the lights back on.
for one thing, the vacancy is being filled with thuggery.
Good
But
camera.
if someone was using it regularly.
We put cameras up there several times, and they get tore up several times.
They sneak up behind them with a can of spray
That's
paint.
what I'm saying.
They got them spray painted before you can get a picture of them.
Thousands of dollars worth of cameras have been
They have done that
destroyed.
much. All right, that being said, clarifier number 2, $32,000. Tear down and removal, sandblasted rake and catwalk. That clarifier is now getting put back together on its final touches. It's $32,000.
Do we have a time frame when he's gonna be done? Just about, does he?
He told me, promised me it'd be done a week ago, but he's had other problems, so,
Okay.
he's starting back on working on it Monday. Tomorrow. His guys are out there cleaning up today, but it's all there, all the pieces are laying there, it's just all gotta be assembled. And you paid for everything up until
Yes.
what he's doing right now on this. But this gets to the tear down, and this is not anything new on numbers, other than y'all just gotta vote. That we knew what these numbers were coming in at.
We did know what these numbers were coming in at, so to move the next item on the agenda.
You
You gotta vote and pay for it.
I'll make a motion to approve this invoice,
I second.
$32,000.
Motion and second to pay for,
Now, that's Jenkins' first one, number 30,
yes, ma'am,
and again, the amount was what?
32,000.
32.
Al?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Jimmy?
Yes.
Johnny?
The next thing, on the bill, this invoice has gotta be broke down. If y'all remember, what, 6 months ago, we had one valve break at the contact chamber.
Yep.
Guess what?
Yep.
Same age, other valve broke. So that $12,000, the $2,600, is the valve and the parts. The next bill you're gonna get is for the labor to put it in, that's just the valve. Painting and clarifier, $12,000. And the sensiphone monitoring system that will go in, at Wright's lift station and at the sawmill, the sensiphones are $4,500. The labor to put them in will be on your next bills.
We're gonna have this like we did before, where it's, whenever this comes down to it, we've got a problem, it's gonna contact Brad, and it's gonna trickle down on mine, it's gonna
Yes.
trickle down on mine.
And there, but once it gets sensiphone, we're putting sensiphone stuff on the high-use pump stations. He can actually look at the sensiphone once the equipment gets in and says, hey, I've got a high alarm, but that's okay, because the second pump picked it up. I don't have to go out there. We should stop our overtime. A lot of times you go out there and the second, you got an alarm, say I got a high water level, the second pump kicks on, everything's okay. We don't have any way of knowing that now. This would let them know that. Once we get it all in, get our guys trained, I'm not gonna train our guys on using this and get it all put in and train them at one time.
I make a motion for invoice 31 for 19,157.
19,157.
I'll second that. Oh, he did, but, one second.
Roll call.
Johnny?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Alan?
Yes.
Now then, electric parts for the Sawmill lift station, $4,237. Jack Tyler went up there and hooked all that stuff up. And if y'all know anything about sewer gas, you can't just drill a hole in a wet well and hook your lines up into it and go up into your control box. It ain't lasting. Well, everything's gone
But
up
we
there.
have to be tied to them anymore.
We are not tied to them. I haven't used them, well, I used them till that contract was here to do that, and they put that pump in there till I got there. They won't be back long enough. This is not installed yet. This is all electrical parts that's eat up, that's gotta be replaced.
And what was the sum total on that?
$4,237.
If y'all put that actually on this, we wouldn't be bothered.
$4,237.
Pay the invoice there.
I'll second that.
I can try to get her to do that. I mean, she just, we go over them, so that's no problem to get that done. Have a motion second? Roll call.
Johnny?
Yes.
Jimmy?
Yes.
Alan?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
All right, Kelly Dugan.
If I sit down, it's because my legs give out.
You can sit down, ain't no.
Anyway, what this has to do with is an incident that happened a few months ago. And, I got pulled over in front of Easy Mart, with my work truck, a flatbed, and a sheet of plywood. And I'm not gonna name the officer, but I asked the officer, I said, why did you pull me over? And he said, quote, I thought he was driving, which was my passenger. And he went into just tearing him up. If I ever catch you again, I'm gonna put you in jail and all kinds of stuff. But I'm like, there's no warrant out for him, so I felt like, and it might be because I don't know, that he shouldn't have been addressing the passenger with no warrant. And so I thought, well, you know, I'm just gonna ask for the film because at least that'll tell what happened. And, so I asked for it. And a couple different times, the chief, which, you know, I'm for him too, had told me that he hadn't pulled it off. He had back surgery and several things. So I finally got, to meet with him and the officer, and I was told that, the footage on the camera was lost. After talking to some other people, they had told me that when this system was bought, and that's why I want clarification, was that it was supposed to automatically download to the computer here when they got a certain distance from the computer. So my question is, and I was also told the only way that you could get rid of it is if you threw it in the Canada River before it downloaded. That was a quote. So, you know, my question is, you know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had a murder by a county police officer, but at least, you know, the film showed what happened. If he didn't have that, I mean, it's hearsay. And I think, I might be wrong, but to me, that would protect the police officers involved in the situation. Mine was different, but I'm just saying, I'm asking, or did we pay a fee for a service that we're not in get of? Because the chief even said that there's other ones that wasn't being downloaded either.
That's not what I
Not
said.
just this officer.
That's not what I said.
Okay,
What I said was, it was other cameras and other videos that the body cams were having problems with
Right.
getting them to come on. That's what I said. And what we've learned with these body cameras, which are new to us, is you have to turn them on and let them basically warm up and get up and going before you can click it. If you turn it on and then I automatically get out and get on you, I'm not gonna get it to come on.
You didn't explain that to me, Greg, but
Well-
I understand what you're saying.
But
my
now,
question
back to, let me finish. The car cams, and we're still working on that process, when you pull up to this station, once the internet gets good enough and DJ's been working with it some, and the other guy's been working with it some. The car cams will automatically download it as soon. Now, my understanding, and we hadn't got there with them yet, is they will link. I know the body cams link. If I walk, say you're an officer, your body cam's on, and I walk up, mine's automatically gonna come on. It's not something that I turn
So
on.
earlier you said you had to turn it on, so it
You have
automatically
to,
comes.
no, if I get out on you to talk to you, the way it is right now, I have to push it, I have to double tap it.
Really, what if you forget?
Well, that's it. So, but also, the gentleman that made that shooting has to double tap his.
Okay.
Now, here's a different brand, because theirs are cloud-based. Ours is server-based. Now, what happened is, and this officer, and John, both of them, they'll all tell you, we was having problems getting them to come on because we were turning them on as soon as we made the first stop. And they weren't coming on, so I've been instructing them on now, like John or whoever, when you start your duty, you crawl in that truck, you turn it on right then. That way, by the time you make your first stop, it's warmed up and able to operate. Now, that's what happened with Stacy's. Now, the body cams, you have to bring it here to the closet, and you set that body cam on that docking station, and it automatically dumps itself.
So it's not automatically downloaded at a certain distance?
No,
within-
the body cams are not, right
That's
now.
what I'm asking.
Now, I was under the understanding with, when we looked at these through our radio guy that does the city radios and our radios, that they merged and they would do that. I've not been able to make them do that yet. I've been on the phone with Performance. I've even got one officer that's lost one of the new body cams. But
Well, I'm not trying to get on to y'all, I'm just
No,
trying
I'm
to
just
say
saying.
that y'all need it for yourself.
Yes.
And for us, that might get pulled
Well,
over, that we don't feel like.
I
we
don't
should've got
disagree
pulled
with you.
over
And
with
what I
that
told
body
you in that incident was, is, yeah, as soon as he dumps it, I'll have it. And that was with the reality of, if it kicked on, I would have it. They cannot delete anything off that. I'm the only one, once he hits that dumping station, my computer is the only computer it goes to.
So have you contacted this guy to come down here and train y'all and say it's okay to go instead of just phone calls back and forth, because that's kind of important.
Well, it is, and yes, I've talked to, I won't say Randy, but it's not Randy.
Have we paid him?
For installing the car cams and stuff, yes.
So we paid him and didn't get him to train us for you?
Well, he charged $200 to hook them up, where if I had the company that we bought them from come down here and hook them up, it was gonna be like $6,000 to come and hook them up and train us. So,
Regardless of what's going on, let's just get it fixed.
well, I'm working on it. It's not I'm not an IT tech, I promise you.
Well,
I'm having to
the way
rely
I'm
on-
saying this is we spent 200 for a system that don't work, and we could've spent 6,000 for a system that we know works.
Well, I can still get the video footage off the vehicles.
I'm
It's
just
not
saying, in the
lost.
scheme of a 3 or 4 year period,
I,
you know, I get you, I appreciate the want to save, need to save the money, but.
Well, I mean-
The understanding, I was.
You got to watch your grant to qualify
You-
for it.
That's what I was gonna say, you gotta watch, I mean, I had a certain amount of grant money, and, you know, I'm not trying to go over that grant money to get into city money where I'm sitting here begging y'all for extra funds to
Yeah,
make something happen.
when we bought them body cams though, BT was mayor.
Okay, I inherited 3 of those old body cams that last about 15 minutes apiece.
Alan, I donated $8,000 out of my own pocket. about
He did.
4 body cameras and 4 vests.
No, you got us 5 guns and 4 vests, or 3 vests.
I got an itemized list.
Well, thank you for that, John.
No, yeah,
I didn't say that for recognition.
no, he did, that's how we got
What is
firearms.
your recommendation in this situation?
We gotta have equipment that works, not only for his protection.
Yeah.
It is too, well, yeah,
That's the bottom line.
yeah, so what would be your recommendation?
So you have to spend the money.
Let's do it.
What's your
I mean, if you're not, you're in this position here, or you're in a court of law, trying to prove your innocence.
Or that you didn't choose somebody.
When it should be as simple as, here's the footage.
Exactly.
As simple as that.
Greg, one last question. You said the vest talks to the computer in the car?
The body cam, my understanding was that they coexist. If you turned on your blue lights in the car, my understanding of the system, once it's up and running exactly correctly, if I turn on my car lights, or my speed passes a certain limit, these are set up on speed and lights, that the body cam would come on tape. And now what we have learned by working with them is if this officer's out and got a camera going of this brand, and I walk up, mine's on, but it's not turned on, as soon as I get so close to him, mine automatically comes on.
So when the blue lights were turned on, it should have been that the vest turned on automatically.
If I'm
If it worked
understanding
right.
that system, right, yeah, the car lights come on, or the car cam does, it automatically comes
Well, is it a
on.
computer on the car cam?
Do I, sir?
Is it a computerized system?
It is.
The car cam?
Yeah.
So with that vest,
Oh, I-
on that car cam, and maybe not make it to y'all's computer here?
Right now, they're not linking. The car cams and the body cams are not linking. So that's why they have to bring them in here and dump them on
Okay, Greg,
the
yeah.
docking station.
Greg, what the council's saying, here, get a price, how about that, and they'll get the picture out.
Okay. Well, like I said, I was working within a budget of a grant. It's what I was working with.
I understand, so get a
So-
price, get it fixed.
Is that footage still on the camp car somewhere? That he's on?
If he got pulled up, yeah. I can pull the SD card,
There you go.
but you're not gonna hear from the body cam, you're gonna see the stop. You're gonna see the officer get out or you know, however he's positioned his parking, but you're not gonna hear nothing.
That's what I really wanted. was
Yeah, you wanted the body cam footage where the mic is.
The audio, yes.
Yes.
And that's not gonna be there.
And it's not gonna be there.
Until
No.
it's linked.
Well, I don't know that they're gonna link in that form, that it's gonna put the body cam on that computer in the car. It's gonna link is when they download, is like, is,
Find out and get back with the council so we know what to do.
okay.
The date on
Hey,
that.
I'll tell you what, Kelly, well, I wanna invite you to be at our next meeting.
No, I appreciate all of y'all.
I wanna give you an
I
update.
appreciate every one of y'all, but
You didn't
Jason and I
have to
were
come
talking a
to
long
me.
time ago with bankers, I know we're ex now, but that you don't get in politics, cause you're gonna make half people mad.
Well, you're not, you didn't make me mad, you didn't make me
No,
mad
I'm
then,
not
because
saying you.
when I couldn't find it, I called you first thing, and I asked you to
You
come
told me
out
all
and called Stacy and said, look, let's get this resolved, because, I mean, I didn't want to hang
And
out
I
with
never did the FOI on this for this reason, I am pro for the city, and I didn't do that against the city. So I just want y'all to know that.
And if your
That's all I
body-
need to say.
If your body cam's not working, the city's leaving itself open for a lawsuit and a half.
We just
Well, they're
started getting
working
this
now.
money in and-
Agree more?
I'm telling
Appreciate
you.
I promise you, I will vote for it.
All right,
See, that man right there donated $8,000 for it.
I know, I
Actually-
made him vote for it too.
Actually, he donated nine something.
That's $1,000.
Thank y'all.
My wife wrote a check I didn't know about.
Well, I'm just saying, you bought me 5 pistols and some
all right.
belts.
I need y'all's permission to tell Great Southern, we got, in your Act 9 bonds or whatever they call it now, when Great Southern bought the mill there, 15 years, they gave the deed to the mill back to us for that Act 9 bond issue. 15 years is up. I need y'all to give me permission to tell their lawyer to do the resolution and a deed to give them their property back, because we don't want to pay property tax on it. It's due, it's gotta go on the tax books. It's 15 years, it's clear. So will y'all give me permission to ask Great Southern's lawyer to do a resolution? Their lawyer did the work when it was originally transferred to us. So their lawyer he knows, or whoever their law firm is, should know how to get it back. And the girl at the recorder treasurer's office wants it done before the end of the year, so she can get it on the books next year. So I need permission to ask their lawyer, unless y'all want our lawyer to do it. And our lawyer didn't do any of this. Their lawyer did it all last time.
Thanks for the one that brought us.
Yeah.
So could I get a motion for y'all to do Great Southern, get Great Southern's lawyer to get it'll need to be a resolution, I don't think it has to be an ordinance. I think it's just a resolution and a deed to bring back to y'all to give them their land back. Make a motion?
I'll second the motion.
Chris.
Yes.
Yes, Johnny.
Yes.
Yes.
Can we go into executive session? I got an employee issue I need to talk to y'all about. I'll make a motion, to go into executive
I'll
session.
make a motion.
Can I ask y'all a question right quick before y'all do? I've got different ones doing community service. Is it okay with y'all if I get them picking up trash up and down Broadway and along the streets?
Yeah.
All means.
I just wanted, you know, I
They,
get
they
them.
used to hate it when we went down the Old 70 Loop, cause Old 70 Loop is where everybody goes to throw the beer
I'll
cans
get
up
them
when
some
they get
vests
in
to
town.
put on and grab some of those little cheap grabber things and give them some trash bags. But I mean, I wanna make sure it's all y'all for them. I'm using them here in the buildings and stuff, but,
Now I'm using another one.
City Park.
Here's what I would.
Well, that's what I'm saying,
here's
if
what I
y'all
would
good with it.
highly recommend that.
If you get a motion second, I don't want to run.
I would highly recommend that they work in pairs of two.
okay,
And
yeah.
wear an orange safety vest.
Yeah, well, that's what I was wanting, but I didn't wanna put them
Put
out
on
on the
orange
street
safety vests and work in pairs of two.
without y'all knowing what I was doing, and y'all drive by and see them and wonder, what the
Yeah.
heck?
That way you got,
Put 'em to work,
Well, it just,
or let them go out to the sewer plant, and they can scoop out the dry beds.
we've had some of them,
and them safety vests don't need to be Glenwood City Water. So
no, I'm just gonna get the regular neon roadside vest that,
We don't want them, we don't want to mistake them for our real employees.
well, I didn't mean to hold y'all up, I just.
I made the motion.
Alright,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Jimmy,
Yeah.
Johnny.
Yes.
Alan.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that vote to go into executive session?
All right. Have a motion, come back in session.
Make that motion.
Roll call.
Jimmy,
Yes.
Johnny,
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.
Alan.
Yes.
I've been instructed to take care of the employee issue. I'll take care of it. So, nothing else was discussing it. The next thing that y'all need to look at, it was number 7 on the list and I forgot. Look at this little letter out here. We have to send a letter out to all the customers, telling their house may have lead in it. Got nothing to do with the city system.
Just lead and copper.
Yes, and they're making us send this out. So Miranda got prices, you're not gonna love this. The hall printers to do the job completely is $1557.97. For the city of Glenwood to buy the envelope, the paper, the label, the ink and the postage, and that's not stuffing the letter in the deal, is $1,513.82. Our assist will do it all turnkey for $1459.50. We can't use, this is why we get them to do our billing for us, because it's cheaper than we can do it. So, we gotta have that letter out. The only thing I was wanting to do, and you'll need to discuss on that, because I'd like, if we're gonna do it, I'd like to get it in this letter. Right now, with the water billings, if you're letting bank drafts pay, we're still sending a bill. Do y'all wanna continue to do that, or do y'all wanna put in this letter that if you don't want, because we can turn that flag off and on. If you don't need a bill, if you're paying with
Yeah,
auto
we say
draft,
the stamp, man.
well, you save the $1 or whatever you're costing to send the statement out to
Yeah,
everybody.
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
We could email it, but we can turn off sending the statement to the people that's autographed. Autographed with energy, I don't need a bill. I don't go look at my bill, they email it, but it's on.
So they see it, it's got multiple meters, there's separate graph.
Yes. That would be correct. Chris.
I believe so.
So you could, how many water bills you send out roughly, 800?
You're sending out 1300.
Alright, so,
How many of
just
those?
say 1,000, say
I don't know,
1,000.
if you're gonna do it, this would be the time to put it in the letter.
I mean, could we not say?
Since we already sent a
Yeah,
letter.
do it, yeah, do it.
Billy,
Just put
could
it
we
in.
not say 400 or 500 a month?
I'm not sure what, it could be that much, yes. I don't know for sure. And you're getting more and more people doing auto.
Are we doing this on please check this and mail it back to me and?
If you wanna
if I
continue to
want
get a
it,
statement.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I'd say.
If you wanna continue to get a water bill, if you're autographed, you need to check and bring us back to City Hall, and we're gonna turn everybody on autograph.
Okay,
There you go.
well, but those people are gonna get an email with their bill, right? Instead of getting it mailed to them.
Yeah, of course, at any time they can go. to-
And I think Miranda's got a check tomorrow. I didn't find out about this letter till about, having to do this till about 5 minutes before the meeting. And I swear, when we looked at the ACS software, they can go in and set their own account up and look at the bill. Miranda said it's not there, but when we looked at that ACS 6 years ago, when I was in here, the 6 months I was married.
I thought the council opted not to do that, though, that part of it, because it was gonna cost more money.
I don't know, she's gonna have to find out.
I'm almost
We'll
sure
find
that's-
out on that when I get back. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do on this letter, because this letter's gotta go out. It's gotta be out sometime in November. We're supposed to done it, and Brandon just got, Howard just brought the paperwork up for us and had to get this done. I may not be able to get that in this letter, I'd like to get that in this letter, so we don't have to send out another notification. If that's what y'all want to do. Y'all tell me which way you want to go.
I like that idea, that's my opinion.
Make a motion.
I'll make that motion. That way they, I mean, it's there in front of them, they see it, they can, it's a cross.
You're gonna auto pay, return off the bill, it'll be in the letter, you're gonna auto pay, return off the city and the state. If you bring a letter, it won't state, it's a flag in the ACS program, I know it can be turned off.
Hey, if we drop 100 on the third,
A hundred of them be $100,
that's what I'm saying.
cause it's around $1 a state, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They have a motion to adjourn. You got it, Jeff?
I make the motion, we adjourn.
Second. Who seconded? Roll call.
Alan,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Johnny.